Emily. Am I here? Am I live? It's 11:11. I know, right? It's crazy. Who we're gonna call right now? Right now. Who we're gonna call right now? Hello, hello, hello. It is Monday, September 27th. My name is Jenna. This is 11:11 with Jenna. I am here every day, 7 days, 7 nights, 14 times a week, right here on 11:11, whether I'm in Norway or on Maui or California, because 11:11, it's always 11:11 somewhere. But let me just make sure I'm here. I am going to my page. I got to make sure you guys can hear me. Do 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 do. Who's here already? There's a comment. Okay, you can hear me. That's good. William D. Lindeman. Hello, sir. I am going to make this privacy and make it public, and now we're having a party. Usually on Monday nights, meditation happens, right? But sometimes I just have to not meditate. I meditated today on the beach. If you saw my beach post today, I was there for a couple of hours with Lillian. We were hanging out. I did a meditation. I made a record basically today, but haven't done that yet. But I literally created what I think is going to be a mantra of an album of mantras that I'm really happy about with meditation. Hey, Carol. Ooh, Carol's here. Mama Grace is here. Morocco must be here too. If Carol's here, Rob's here. Or not. But, like I said, sometimes Monday nights just they just change. And, hey, Rob, hi. And this there's somebody here that's going to hang out with me. Not on Zoom. Ladies and gentlemen, Jean Mandarino.
Well, I get it in the kitchen.
Right here.
It's me. I know you were expecting Marlon Brando, but I'm sorry.
Hi, Uncle Gene. How are you?
Good, good.
What's going on?
I get this remarkable chance to talk to younger kids. I'll be 90 next year. And
When's your birthday?
June 22nd.
June 22nd.
1932. It was a great year, and I wish you'd have been there with me. You would smirk, I'm sure, because it was remarkable. But one of the things I see, the young people, they don't have time for mentors. They're too busy cutting their own path, and I think that infringes on people with remarkable talent to begin with somebody that's been there, done that a lot. Life is that way, but you guys and your generation are too busy.
We're about mentors.
Well,
You've been a mentor for me.
Well, let me explain my way about mentorship, and you can do one too.
Okay.
After all, but anyway, I want to just use an example. I was ready to move up because I knew, you just know, sometimes I got to go to the next rung in the ladder for lots of reasons, just to improve. And so I went. It took me months to get an interview with somebody, and so when I got to his office, is in Chicago, and the Palmolive building, which is he's one of the major guys in Chicago, and he looked at my portfolio, and he thumbed through it quickly, and then closed it and shoved it back to me. And it was kind of, whoa, I know this guy's a legend, but fuck that. I demand a conversation here. So I said to him, I said, I said, what is your problem? And he says, you have no food advertising. We're a food agency, and I that's when I stopped my little this reverence toward this guy, and I was ready for battle. I said, this is bullshit, and I'm not going to hear another word.
Kick me off.
What's that?
You're gonna get me kicked off of Facebook.
No swearing.
I am?
No swearing.
Well, yeah. You've lessened my vocabulary.
So the
quite a
Palm
bit.
Olive building was the
But,
Playboy
yeah,
for years?
So, yeah, I didn't say anything really other than I started to walk away and I closed my portfolio. What a slap in the face that was. And he says, but son, you have no food advertising. And I said, oh, I have all kinds of food experience. I said, yeah. I said, I have food experience. I eat 3 times a day. And I slammed the ball, and it went. And then he said, no. Then he became a whole nother man. And this is what I loved about him. He said, son, just a minute. Look behind that door. And then I told him, I said, it's somebody's portfolio. He said, yes, it's mine. And he says, and you see all these beautiful tapestries. You see our window? I got a corner office. I've got this. I've got that. But that little thing, it's what I do that counts. It's not what I tell them. It's what you do. And what you do and what your experience is will take you where you want to be. And, he said, come back to me in a month. And I never made it back. I got the biggest job on Michigan Avenue with Leo Burnett Company. I stayed there for 30 years.
I just Googled you.
Good.
The ever-changing, never-changing world of advertisement. Mandarino, creative director for Leo Burnett. And then it talks about McDonald's. So you did McDonald's?
I did they have, I can't remember the name of it, it's equivalent to Oscars, and I can't remember what it was. It looked like an Oscar, but that's the top award, and I've got 20 of them.
So the show Mad Men was kind of what you were doing.
It's the same old Holloway crap. I'm sorry. It's built from Leo Burnett Company in some respects, but no, always melodramatic. If you want real people, it's not gonna. That's not what it was. It's built for your external pleasure.
It was more wild.
Oh, by the way, my
That's
daughter
Maria.
just said, I'll tell you a
It was
story
wild,
about
right?
Christmas Eve when I was trying to get my
Yes.
coat under a giant pile of things and found 2 people down there at the bottom when I was looking for my coat. I never said a word. I couldn't believe it. But anyway.
The Addies. Are they called the Addies?
Oh, they have all kinds of addies and things like that. It's all nonsense. It's really nonsense.
Do you remember when he would work on certain commercials, Maria?
Well, I did write. I was an illustrator basically to begin with, an artist, and I actually found getting scripts and trying to write them didn't really coincide with my experience. I think this is horrible, and so I wasn't very good grammatically, but I knew what ideas were, and I followed the ideas, and it got me where I wanted to go. But getting back to mentoring, I just wanted to say one thing, and how important they were in my life. They turned me around, they turned me around. I know it sounds bizarre. I go to their graves, and I say, thanks, Ed. Ed, I know you didn't have much talent, but you sure understood me, and my talent. And thank God for that. I talked to them. In fact, I was almost going to call him today as we were digging around the cemetery with my daughter. And he gave me what I needed gladly. And that was the words of today, the protocol that existed then that does not exist now. No one else helps you. All they're trying to do is roll their eyes a little and say, where's the door? How can I get out of this thing? But really, mentorship is something that we have lost in our country.
There's somebody that would like for you to mentor them.
What's that?
One of my friends would say, Mr. Mandarino, you can mentor me.
I would love to. I would love to. I think it's good, and to have the guts we all have egos. Don't lose your ego, because deep down it's always there. Don't ever walk away from your ego. But I really think it's important when somebody mentors you. And I think it's the most remarkable things in the world that we have lost. We have lost. And you don't see great commercials anymore. I don't. I leave the room. It's horrible.
That's how I am about when I hear music.
The music is another thing. Oh, you kidding?
These poor kids now that have to hear this music.
Yeah, it's
I
horrible.
feel so bad for them.
And there's so much garbage. And by the way, here's what I can offer. You are what you see. You become what you hear. And that's a problem. If you step out of your body and you look back and say, that's wrong. That's wrong. I think it's real important to... you guys, by the way, I love your generation for what it's had to go through and the guts that they have had to keep going like they have. And don't ever lose that one. Don't ever lose that one, but listen to your mentors. Ask questions. It's right in front of your face, and sometimes you don't understand it. I'm glad that I did. I'm happy that I did.
Do you think your father was your first mentor?
He's the first one to kick the heck out of me. Oh, that's another story in itself. My father came from Italy. Never went to school. He worked on a railroad. Lost a couple of rails because when they hauled him, he crushed his foot twice. And he was a beautiful guy. He loved life. He loved music. He understood so much. But the fact was, it was difficult for him to get through life. But I was in a meeting once. This is an interesting thing. It was. Remember, there was a commercial called "Where's the?" Would come out and say, "Hey, where's the beef?" And the president of McDonald's came to us and said, really, he was in a solemn mood. At the time, McDonald's was the largest selling budget in advertising at that point. And he says, I am tired of going to meetings or on the street and hearing, where's the beef? I'm sick of it. I want him buried, so to speak. I don't know the exact words, but we all showed everything we did. I showed mine, and there was like 10 different, they had an all-night thing. People go and buy ties to wear for the next meeting, because this is a big meeting. This is about the biggest account in advertising at that point. Second only by Pepsi-Cola, but that's a separate story. But it gives you an idea of how important this thing was. And so everybody went around the room. And it got to me, and I said, well, where's my father? He never went to school, couldn't read or write, He lived his whole life on the railroad. But he did say one thing to me. You don't never, in the broken English, she said, never leave when, what did he say? Never pick a fight with a bum. All you can do is end up in the gutter with him. He said that. So went to the next guy. He went to the next guy. When he got to the CEO of McDonald's, you know what he said? I hear a lot of really beautiful stuff on the wall. He said, but I agree with with Gene's dad. Yeah. And I was old.
Wow.
Anyway, but yeah. You only, he says, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get the most outstanding advertising like you've been doing. Do more of them, and we're gonna pump every penny we got to make people understand who we really are. And guess what? I don't hear that old lady say, "Where's the beef?" anymore.
Where's the beef? Where's the beef? Was that when Mac the Knight came out? It's Mac the Knight. Remember that?
No, sounds
the
familiar.
The Moon. He was the Moon, and he looked like the Ray Charles.
I think they tried it. I think for Big Mac. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was for Big Mac, and anyway, but these are things that I think they're valuable to really take seriously. It'll improve you. It'll make you bigger and stronger, smarter. Yeah. Cause don't go following the next trolley out the door. No.
That's really, I love that.
Find your own self.
Don't beat up the bum. What is it?
Never pick a fight with the bum. You
Never.
only end up in the gutter with him. That's what
Never
my father did.
pick a fight with the bum.
That's it.
So speaking of your father, I have to ask you, when did you meet my father?
He introduced me to my wife, to have been for a while. Adorable little girl, beautiful. It was St. Patrick's Day, and I'm Italian. You know how horn dogs are when you're Italian. Don't go near them. Avoid.
How old were you?
I was.
When you met Anne?
I was probably 17.
And you didn't know my dad yet?
No, that was why I met him. He was the wildest guy in the room.
He was wild, huh?
Oh yeah, and basically here was this beautiful little Irish girl and me, a major through and through Italian. They're not all the lovers you think they profess to be. Believe me. I think it's more like thugs. I don't know what to say. But anyway, yeah, but I'll never forget her. He gave me a couple of pieces of paper and wanted me to do some drawings. So when I was there, and then she came across the room and sat. She had a green velvet dress on, absolutely adorable. You know how Irish women can be. You know, they're absolutely exactly opposite Italians.
She was a dancer.
She could dance every dance. And everybody in Twin Cities was looking out to do everything they could to find her. But anyway, she sat down, and the carpeting made a jolt when she sat down on the arm when I was drawing, and it shocked me, and that was the beginning and the end.
And you had how many kids together?
Six
Six kids.
Six.
And one of them's here.
Yeah.
Maria
Yeah.
Mandarino. Is that, but your name's not, what is it? Maria Mandarino what?
Maria Mandarino. Maria Rose Mandarino.
Maria Rose Mandarino. Has a restaurant. Tell us about your restaurant a little bit,
No.
Maria. Come here. Just don't be
No.
shy. Put on some sunglasses
No.
and come on.
No.
Tell me about your restaurant. What's it called?
Come on, put yourself on the line. Just tell them
Just
what
for a
you know.
second.
Tell them what you
I got
know.
nothing. I can't follow up with that.
It's not following. It's your part of it. You're one of 4 daughters? 4 daughters.
Yes, and I own a McDonald's.
She owns actually, she works at Wendy's. She owns a restaurant called. What's your restaurant called?
The Green Room.
It's called the Green Room.
You're supposed to say it.
What town is it in?
Darling. Libertyville.
Libertyville, Illinois. And then there's a cafe called
Birdie's.
Birdie's.
Little kitchen.
Birdie's Little Kitchen. Did you ever Did you ever think your daughter would own restaurants?
No, I always did. I always wanted to have them. Now that I know what I wished, maybe it's not been that good now with the pandemic. It's been horrible. But
But
Yeah.
she's making it work. And are you working on anything now?
I mean, I do children's books. I did a couple of documentaries. I did a couple of screenplays, and it's a lot of fun, but it's a lot of money, and the competition is fierce. We don't have good meetings, good movies anymore.
No good movies, no good music, but there's good food.
Well, food isn't bad.
Food isn't bad.
I'm with most of the places you go to.
Food is good.
food,
Tonight's food was good.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But you know what kids have to listen to now or watch. I mean, there's some stuff on Netflix that I enjoy, but you know, for the most part, like going to a movie right now.
No, it's hard. The scripts are just a disaster when you listen to it. It's just embarrassing. I do like the who's the guy that he has this talking animal with a little. It's a riot.
Talking animal.
Ted.
Oh, the teddy bear.
Ted.
Little X-rated teddy bear guy.
Now
He's funny.
That is so brilliant. And beautiful animation.
Great.
They don't call it animation but it's a form of it, and it's great. The guy that writes it, he's a young guy. He's terrific. He wrote something about the West movies, and I watch it every time. Ted. Yeah, Ted.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's terrible, but.
But you're writing children's books.
Yeah.
For anything in particular?
Oh, go to sleep books.
Go to sleep books.
Yeah.
So I have to write my Lillian Pearl book. I liked what you were saying about her. Well, Lillian Pearl, you know.
It's subtitle The Yawn Heard Around the World. And
The Yawn Heard Around the World?
Yeah. And it's built around that. And so it all starts where there's something in a yawn no one can deny. When you see it coming, you'll know it's Betty Bye. It can take your troubles and worries of the day, and in one big wide yawn, it'll all go away. So if you see one coming, you know just what to do. Goodness gracious, it's contagious. You'll have to do one too. And on it goes the da 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 da. And just soon it's even at the zoo, and then it goes. All the different animals do theirs.
Just talking about it makes me yawn.
And then at the end it says. It's something. goodness gracious, it's contagious. This could go around the world, and you see it go all the different countries, the Mexicans, this and that, Chinese, Bohemians, and all that. And it goes. But, yeah, and I also do on Amazon. Yeah, I do.
Oh, you can order your books on Amazon?
Yeah, you can order my books on Amazon.
What are the names of the books that you can order on Amazon?
Well, there's one, What's Autism?
What's Autism? It's a book about autism.
And then there's, let's see.
What's the other one you wrote about the wartime?
Oh, yeah, it's called The Home Front. When I was 13, I watched the neighborhood go out to war. I lived in a German neighborhood, all Germans except one Italian, us. And I understand more about Germany. Ist das jetzt ein Schnitzelbank? Ja, das ist ein Schnitzelbank. Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying, but I know those are the words. But they were all Germans, and then all the Germans went to war, and they came back really a wreck. They never were the same. They never were the same ever again. But when the Americans started to get an edge up on them, and started to develop a lot of young 13 to 15-year-old boys that were entrenched behind barbed wire in America. As we watched this grow, these kids at night would sing songs about their fatherland, and streams of tears would go down their skinny little unformed. They were 15, something like that. 15 years old. And they would cry. And we would throw candy bars from Baby Ruth over the this is in America, tending to them. And it was a tragedy. And then when the boys came back, it was one thing to be alive, but it took the stuffings out of them, never to be retrieved again. And honestly, I always think sometimes people don't understand that, but the reality is true. They literally pulled the plug on those boys. When they came back, they used to be brilliant. They helped me and talked about how to hold a bat up, and they did everything. And then when they came back, they were goners.
I just posted the link to your book, The Home Front, on Amazon.
Yeah.
But there's
autism, another one, Baby Steps to a Better World.
Baby Steps to a Better World.
Yeah, I did one on Singapore, and the next one I did on Africa, which is quite an interesting thing to get through. Oh my God, the stuff that goes on there. It's really remarkable how they live or how they don't live.
Baby Steps to a Better World.
Yeah.
Singapore. Okay,
yeah,
I can put that link.
Yeah.
And one of my friends just asked me if you knew in Betna Harbor, if you remember the family, the Pastellis or the Spitalis or the Masellis.
I remember Pastelli.
Yeah.
Maselli, I knew in Chicago. There must have been a lot of...
And the Spitalis. Do you remember the Spitalis?
I've heard that name.
But the Pastellis, I remember.
Yeah, oh yeah, I do too.
My friend Patty, the one that lives in Barrington.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I haven't seen her since that time.
So I just posted your books on there. Baby Steps to a Better World, Gene Mandarino. I'm like, Gene, I have to censor myself.
Hey, by the way, I also paint too. For your information, there's a piece of music called Clair de Lune. It's absolutely classic, beautiful. but it's just perfect sentiment for the attitude. It makes my paintings much better than they really are. It really is terrific. I love to watch it myself sometimes. Like, I didn't have anything to do with those things. But anyway.
I just put, but your other book, What is Autism, is not available on Amazon right now. Did you know that?
No, I didn't. I have to find out.
See, I put in What is Autism,
Yeah.
Gene Mandarino, and then I go to Gene Mandarino, Amazon, What is Autism? That was written in 2006.
Yeah.
It's unavailable at the moment.
Yeah.
But will you come back sometime and hang out with me again on the show?
Sure, I'll be glad to. I'm a little burned out. It's been a long day, but
we worked hard today.
I wish I could have been. Yeah, right. It was way harder than I should have. And but I'll do anything to contribute to the pain that we all have when we adventure into this thing called this world. You know, the troubles and things that go on, and how to keep your sense about you. Never lose that. Really hurts to see that. So your generation is remarkable in so many other ways. And but the other stuff is quite different, and the humanity that is outside of the boundaries of technology. It's about people. Still, it'll always be about
That's
people.
what this is. This show is about people. It's
Right.
community
You're
and
right.
connection. There's people right now
That's right.
in Washington,
You're right.
Canada, a couple of people in Canada, Michigan, Illinois, California,
Yeah.
Indiana, New York, coast to coast.
That's right. I hope they're listening. I hope they do. I tell them it'll be a better world. It will be.
Do what Gene says. It'll be a better world.
Yeah. Yeah,
That'd be a good book to write.
I spend 80 years, 90 years in my lifetime.
You're gonna be 90 in June.
Yeah.
So was that that was your 70th birthday that we had that big
I
party?
don't. It probably was.
Maria?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Was that his 70th? When we were gonna go on the boat
Yeah.
and then it rained
Yeah.
and then we went inside into the restaurant instead? That was fun. That's my hair and makeup person. They're off duty tonight. I had to do it myself.
And some people don't believe in themselves and should find a way to do it, because sometimes you're a little vulnerable there, and don't take anything from that just because somebody's.
Some people, I love that. You said some people don't believe in themselves?
Yeah. They don't have time or whatever the reason is, but it's something to fight off, because trust yourself more. When everything seems miserable, believe in yourself. And
Do you have any?
It's easy to do.
So that's what. Those are wise words.
Yeah. I think it's a very valuable thing to hang on to. And there'll be times when you fall, but so what? We're supposed to. We have 2 legs. Should have been 3, maybe. That would have been easier. But no, really, believe in yourself. Some people are brutal on themselves. Don't do that.
Waste of time.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, I'm 90 years, and I'm the last one to understand that. But the truth is, I do believe it. I believe it finally. And looking back at everything, I say, hey, you did pretty goddamn good. I shouldn't have said that, because and otherwise, all the best of you, really. And say, believe in yourself. And that's a big order, but it's important.
Thank you. One more standing ovation, all right?
Well,
Can you handle it? Wait, maybe one more. One more. This crowd is loud. They're rowdy.
that one, keep going. What else you got?
They're rowdy. They don't want you.
Yeah.
Well, if anyone, they're giving you standing ovation right here, see? Clapping. Thank you, Gene Mandarino. Check out his books. Because you have another one coming out soon, right?
Yeah.
All right. You'll be back?
I'll be back.
All
As who's that guy? Schwarzenegger? Is he the one that
I'll be
started
back.
that?
I'll be back. Do you have a letter for me? Can you give me a letter?
A letter?
Pick a letter.
Oh, let's see.
Not X.
What?
Not X.
Oh, no. No. I used to have a favorite letter. And it wasn't my initial. And it wasn't pornographic in any way. So that leaves me with, I'm just a good guy.
So one letter, G.
Gee,
Gene.
I try to be.
I try to be. Gene, Gene, Gene. Gene Mandarino, he's not mean. He's a cool guy, and he's 89. He's almost 90. Can you believe it? Gene, 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 Gene. He's a dancing machine and a drawing machine. He writes songs, he writes books, he paints all over, even in the nook. I just say, Gene, Gene, Gene. I like G, he's a wonderful guy. So all of you stay safe, stay healthy, and be real nice to yourselves too, and be real nice to everybody, and don't fight with the bums before you go into the gutter, because you know it's Gene, Gene, Gene. So everybody have glorious thoughts, and everybody have gorgeous words, and everybody have a gargantuan heart just like Gene, Gene, Gene. All right?
I love that gorilla.
Gorillas, too. Love heart, everybody.
Take care. And I hope I helped in some way. And if I didn't, please let me know.
Gene.
You gotta believe. You gotta believe.
You gotta believe. You're inspirational. Really hard.